John Cena toppled Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 41 to win the undisputed WWE Championship and broke Ric Flair's record. Meanwhile, Matthew Rolt, FK in English, pitched the possibility of a top name, not the American Nightmare, to dethrone the franchise player. Sami Zayn embarked on a journey earlier this year to become a world champion in the Stamford-based promotion. The former honorary youth is nowhere near a title match against either champion and often spends his time on WWE Raw and brawls against Seth Rollins' new faction. Speaking on the rebooked wrestling podcast, Matthew Rolt, FK in English, stated there's a possibility that Cody Rhodes might not dethrone John Cena in the coming months. The former WWE star thinks Sami Zayn could get booked like Daniel Bryan and recreate a similar moment from WrestleMania 30. Moreover, he added John Cena would love to give back to the industry and would be open to having a big moment with someone like Sami Zayn, who's in the upper mid-card level in the promotion. Cody Rhodes went on a hiatus following his loss to John Cena at WrestleMania 41. After over a month, the American Nightmare returned to the promotion, saved JUSO from the franchise player's villainous tactics, and allowed the then world heavyweight champion to retain against Logan Paul. After the match, Jay and Cody challenged the villainous duo. Later, the management booked a tag team match for Money in the Bank in California. In the final moments of the match, Ron Killings returned, a week after he announced his release from the company on social media. This allowed Cody to hit a crossroads on John Cena and secure a pinfall victory for his team. It'll be interesting to see if the American Nightmare would get another shot at the undisputed WWE Championship. The time of John Cena, the 16-time world champion, the face of WWE's golden era, and the man whose "you can't see me" catchphrase is permanently tattooed into pop culture, may finally be coming to an end. And no, this isn't your average passing the torch kind of moment. This is a seismic shakeup in the WWE Universe. And the name on everyone's lips? Not Cody Rhodes. Not Roman Reigns. Not even Seth Rollins. We're talking about Gunther. Yes, Gunther, the ex-WWE star that sparked the fire. In a recent interview with the wildly popular wrestling podcast, Matt Chad Mayhem, former WWE Intercontinental Champion and fan favorite Matt Cardona, FK Zack Ryder, dropped a quote that sent shockwaves through the industry. By the end of the year, the top guy in WWE won't be Cena, Roman, or Cody. It's gonna be Gunther. He's already halfway there. People just haven't realized it yet. Cardona, who's made a name for himself post-WWE on the indie scene and in promotions like GCW, NWA, and Impact Wrestling, knows the grind, and he knows talent when he sees it. Gunther's got that old school bruiser vibe mixed with modern psychology. Cardona continued. He's what Vince always wanted from his big guys, but with Triple H's brain behind it. And honestly, he might be onto something. Gunther, the ring general, marches toward glory. Born Walter Hahn, Gunther made his name in Europe's wrestling circuits, particularly in Progress and WXW, before becoming a living legend in NXT UK as Walter. His run is the longest reigning NXT UK champion, 870 days. Let that sink in. Was an unmatched reign of violence, storytelling, and prestige. Once rebranded to Gunther and brought to the WWE main roster under the guidance of Triple H, many feared he'd be Vince ified, turned into a cartoonish, loud, bland villain. Instead, what happened? Gunther redefined what it meant to be Intercontinental Champion. He didn't just hold the title. He elevated it. Over 600 days as IC champ. Banger matches with Sheamus, Drew McIntyre, Ricochet, Riddle, and even Chad Gable. Each one a potential match of the year candidate. And the best part? No frills. No face paint. No 5-minute promos about destiny. Just brutal, clinical destruction in the ring. And now, the Intercontinental title's prestige is practically on par with the world title. Why Gunther greater than Cena by December 2025? Here's the tea. John Cena is still a living legend. He's Hollywood. He's hustle, loyalty, and respect. but his in-ring career is clearly winding down. He's appeared more for promotional events and special occasions than actual feuds. In 2025, he's more spectacle than standard. Gunther, meanwhile, has no injury history slowing him down, is active and improving with every performance, has built a fearsome credibility as a no-nonsense, dominant force, is quietly gathering an army of fans, not because of flashy moves, but because of sheer consistency and authenticity. And in an era where fans crave realism, psychology, and in-ring storytelling more than cartoonish gimmicks, Gunther is the man to beat. He's not out here throwing hats into the crowd. He's here to chop your chest into oblivion and walk out like it's just another Tuesday. The Cena dethroning. What it could actually look like. Let's get specific. 1. Cena versus Gunther at Survivor Series 2025? With Cena's career twilight upon us, WWE is already thinking about the legacy torch. Imagine Cena cutting a promo about being the greatest IC champ never crowned, only for Gunther to step out, say nothing, and absolutely dismantle him. No distractions. No shenanigans. Just ring general business. Cena gets his respectful send-off, and Gunther becomes the guy who ended Cena's final push. Instant credibility. And poetic. 2. Gunther wins the Royal Rumble 2026. He's made it to the Final Four before. If WWE really wants to go all in, give Gunther the 2026 Rumble win. Have him stare down whoever's Universal/World Heavyweight champ, whether that's Seth, Cody, Roman, or even someone like LA Knight, and claim it like it's already his. 3. Gunther becomes world champion. By SummerSlam 2026, we could be looking at World Heavyweight Champion Gunther, the man who ended Cena's last string, bulldozed through the roster, and now holds the top prize. At that point, Cena's legacy, while forever iconic, would officially have a new successor. Why not Cody Rhodes? Look, we love Cody. His finish the story arc was emotional. His promos? Killer. His merch sales? Sky high. But here's the thing. He already had his moment at WrestleMania 40. He's playing more of a champion for the people than a dominant killer. WWE may eventually want to book someone more feared than cheered. Gunther doesn't need tears. He doesn't need fireworks. He needs a bell, a ring, and a target. Also, and this is key, Cody's best work is in the chase. Once he's champion, the hunger cools. But Gunther? He eats while holding gold. That's the difference. What the wrestling world thinks. Several other wrestling legends have quietly co-signed the Gunther hype train. Booker T. He's the kind of guy who could have been world champion in any era. 80s, 90s, now. Gunther's just built different. Triple H backstage rumor via Fightful. Triple H sees Gunther as a long-term top guy. He's protecting his booking for a reason. CM Punk off the record. Supposedly, while Punk's got plenty of feuds, he's allegedly told someone backstage, Gunther reminds me of Brett mixed with Vader. I'd wrestle him in a heartbeat. The Gunther factor. Wrestling's new era. Gunther represents a return to wrestling as a serious sport. Not just flashy sports entertainment. Not just meme promos. Real wrestling. Real storytelling. That resonates with longtime fans. It hits with smart fans. And it's fresh enough to bring in new ones. By the end of 2025, it's not just plausible Gunther is the guy. It's likely. He has the tools. The look. The presence. The matches. The push. And if Cena's legacy is about being the last great icon of the past, Gunther may be the first great wrestler of the new era. TL. DR recap for you scrollers. Ex-WWE star Matt Cardona says Gunther could surpass Cena this year. Gunther has held the IC title longer than most hold jobs. His in-ring style, dominance, and booking have made him quietly top tier. Cena's legacy is untouchable, but his time in ring is limited. Gunther versus Cena could be the final torch pass WWE needs. Cody's got the fanfare. But Gunther's got the fear factor. 2025 to 2026 could be the era of the ring general. Final thoughts. Dethrone John Cena? Oh, it's possible. The idea of anyone surpassing John Cena used to sound impossible. But if there's anyone poised to do it, quietly, ruthlessly, and without needing to shout catchphrases into the camera, it's Gunther. He doesn't want your cheers. He doesn't want your love. He just wants to win. And that's exactly why he might be the next face of WWE. John Cena walked so Gunther could stop. And we are so here for it.